What's Good Podcast? My name is Jake Gardner,
Shay Harrison.
and we're here with
Isaiah.
Jake.
yeah. And today we're going to be talking about the MLB trades.
Do these intros
Not
forever,
trades,
bro.
but we're going to be talking about our top two most likely to be traded before the trade deadline, which is July 30th.
Yeah.
First? 30th.
Yeah.
So before that date, which we'll be on a cruise with no Wi-Fi, so we won't know what happened until that we come back.
Now we'll know.
Oh, we'll
We
know?
have the Instagram page.
Yeah. But so I'm gonna go first with my two. So unfortunately, as a Nationals fan, we're probably gonna give up two of our better players, which both in the outfield, being Jesse Winker and Lane Thomas. But first, let's touch on Jesse Winker. You know, he's 30 years old. He's gonna be a free agent after this season. Right now, he's 11 home runs, 43 RBIs, 14 stolen bases with a OPS of, let me do the math, at 813. So he's having a decent season. I wouldn't say the best season, but I mean at the same time he's definitely having a comeback season from the year prior. And I guess as of now, with a WAR of 1.5, that the Nationals are looking to possibly give him up. Not sure to who or where to, but definitely to give him to a contending team because he's been DHing for us and he has been doing decent at the plate except for yesterday because what the hell was yesterday? But then also, but then if we look at Lane Thomas, I mean, he's only 28 and we can keep him through 2025. But with his OPS only being 711, crazy number. 711 with a WAR of 0.6, not even a 1, but 0.6. But somehow he gets walked at a good amount, like at a good rate. Earns walks like he needs to and gets on base because that's just what he does. I've heard from multiple announcers when he plays that he has a decent arm from the outfield. Like he'll get the job done. So he also might go to a contending team or a team that's just trying to squeak into the playoffs. Not so much like a top team like the Dodgers or something, or even the Padres for crying out loud, because they don't need it. It'd just be a wasted roster spot. So I can see him going to like maybe, I guess you could say like the Braves because they're struggling right now with hitting. But if he's getting on base a lot, I can see the Braves picking him up, just getting him a base runner and scoring in the runs when they need to in crunch time. So those are my two players, both being from the Nationals, Jesse Winker and Lane Thomas.
All right. Yeah, so I guess I'm next with two of my guys. I think, well, one of them, we're both former Padres. First, I'm going to go with DH outfielder Brent Rooker, and then my other guy is outfielder Tommy Pham, Padre legends. So I just want to get into it. Brent Rooker right now hitting basically 290, 24 homers, which is, crazy, with a 3.4 WAR. He's been, great on the Athletics, who are a very, really bad franchise.
They're horrible.
I don't know how else
Nah,
to
that's the
say
White
it.
Sox, but pretty.
But yeah, so yeah, they've been struggling. They've had a couple of good guys. I mean, Lawrence Butler, another guy who's
Lawrence Butler.
yeah, I love him too. Who's another
Parlay
who's another guy who's on the
Parlay Demon.
Athletics. But I think Brent Rooker, a good fit for him would be like the Phillies or like the Braves, like you said, one of those teams who need more help. I mean, the Phillies don't need that much, but the Braves really do need a lot of help. And with Tommy Pham, I like to see him come back to the Padres. I'm not gonna lie to you. Play a little.
We don't need him.
Play a little right field while Tatis is gone.
How long is
And
Tatis supposed to be out for still? Like a couple more months or like maybe?
I mean, he's supposed to be back in August.
We
Yeah,
don't
a
need
couple
another.
weeks,
We
but
don't need another outfielder. We're fine.
I think it'd be cool just to have another. You can never have too many bench bats. I feel like.
Yeah.
So, and
But I don't think he would want to come to our team because he knows
He
I
wouldn't be
mean,
playing.
he's gonna play like
a little bit.
after he's literally only gonna be a 1 month help. Once Tatis is back, he's pretty much pointless.
Yeah.
And we need to focus. The Padres are gonna focus more on pitching.
No, I know they need to focus on pitching. I think they'll get it done, and I trust my guy AJ Preller to get it done too. So, but no, I mean that's just coming from a fan. I like Tommy Pham a lot, but I mean I think the Phillies and Braves are another. I think they'll try to acquire any guys that they can get
Phillies
just
could
to
use
bolster.
outfield.
Yeah, just to bolster their
Low key.
Brandon
roster.
Marsh needs to get replaced.
Yeah, Brandon Marsh sucks, and this Castellanos can't run anybody, can't throw anybody out. He sucks.
Unless
on
something
defense.
tragic
unless
happens.
a tragedy happens and we just hear Nick Castellanos deep left field. Oh my goodness.
And then they got that Rojas dude in center. Who's
Oh,
trash
John
too,
Rojas?
so they need all the outfield they can get, and then Schwarber he can't really run anymore. So,
Yeah.
but that's
Could
for me.
never run.
Tommy Pham, Brent
Yeah.
Rooker, two guys I think will get traded. So.
All right, on to my two guys. I got two Padres trade targets.
Of course.
A reliever and a starting pitcher. So for a reliever, I think would be a good fit. They need a lefty out of the pen. Would be my guy Tanner Scott with the Marlins. The Marlins are having a struggle season.
My God.
No one really on the Marlins besides maybe Tanner Scott in that bullpen actually does something above or an under 3 ERA. Like he's probably the only one with an under 3 ERA in that team. Honestly, I can't name you another Marlins reliever, but basically, yeah, he has a current F4 of .4.
Traded to the Diamondbacks.
In June, he had 12
AJ
outing.
Puck.
Who?
Yeah.
AJ Puck.
Hey, he got traded
to the
yesterday.
Diamondbacks. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's from the Marlins.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
talking about him. Yeah.
That's why I said.
Oh, that's
they
the
had
other
him.
Marlins.
They had him, but
Yeah.
they just traded him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not very good though. So, well, I mean, he's decent. But Tanner
For the
Scott, you know,
Marlins.
they're all star. He's a pretty decent reliever. 1.38 ERA in June, 15 strikeouts, .5 WHIP. He gets outs and doesn't give up runs, which is someone that the Padres might need in the bullpen. But I can also see other top teams that are looking for a bullpen arm trying to snag a left-handed arm, like
the Yankees.
the Astros, maybe even the Dodgers, or obviously the Phillies. They're probably buying anyone they can get.
Nationals. What?
Trying to win this year. Yeah, that's what they're selling. And then that brings me on to my other guy, a starting pitcher, Jack Flaherty. I think that would be the best fit for the Padres because we don't want to go. The Padres don't want to go all in and get rid of sell the whole farm like Salas, and what's his name? Yeah, DeVries. That's what I meant. Like, should be pretty much untouchable at this trade deadline. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see Lesko and maybe Mayfield, like, go this year for pitchers that are going to help us now rather than in the future. So I see Jack Flaherty being a perfect fit because obviously you want Crochet or Skubal, but their price tag is probably out of the Padres' range.
Yeah.
So I could see him going for Jack Flaherty, and that's why that's someone that's a lot of teams are going to target because you could probably buy him for a little bit lower than you can these top starting pitchers. But teams that need starters, like obviously the Padres, the Dodgers, who else needs starters? That's
Orioles, maybe.
Orioles,
Oh, depth.
the Yankees,
Yeah.
even like. Are
Well, they
gonna,
just traded for Seranthony Dominguez.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I saw that.
But that's not a
but
starter.
that's
Yeah,
not
he's
starter, that's really
No, I
good.
mean it's good though, because I mean Corbin Burns does a really good job in the on the.
Well, and then
As a
Grayson
starter.
Rodriguez, I guess he's 12-4 with like a 3.5 ERA. So I mean, the
Oh,
Orioles
so-
have decent, but they need back end.
They
That's
need-
really what no one has a complete set of like 5 or like 4 really good starters. Like
Yeah.
they're just working on their back end, and that's what contending teams have. They have 4 really good starters. So
Yeah.
that's we'll wrap it up for me. We'll move on to Jake
I'm gonna
Marcial.
start with a closer. Probably the guy who's taken the league by storm the most this year is Mason Miller from the Oakland Athletics. He just got hurt recently, so maybe that.
Wait,
will,
before we continue, do you know how he got hurt? Do you know they
yeah, he
said
punched the table after
Yeah.
they won
after
the
they
game.
no,
What?
but after they said that he has a workout, he was mad about him having a after the game workout and he punched the table and he broke his pinky. Like that's the.
Maybe
I was
did
like,
on
bro, are
purpose.
you serious? Like, unless they're lying, but yeah.
He said it says by putting his hand down awkwardly on a training room
Oh,
table a week before.
Cap.
Yeah.
Putting his hand.
But
up like this.
it's his left hand, so it's
Yeah.
not like gonna.
Oh, no, it's throwing
affect
him?
him.
He just can't squeeze, but
Yeah, but no, he's insane. Like if you look at his Savant page, it's all red, and he's been in trade talks a lot. Even though he just like, this is his first year of being like in the national spotlight. And he's already in trade talks because he plays for the A's. But as he still has he has 5 years left on his deal, so I don't know
A's
why
would
the
be
trades would
stupid.
trade him. But we've seen that in the past that they don't like to keep their star players, especially with them leaving this year or next year and not contending for the foreseeable future. Maybe they'll trade him. And teams that need bullpen, I think the Yankees could be a fit for him because they have Clay Holmes as their closer, but he's not really like a how do I say? He's not like really like a solidified closer. Like he's been in the long relief in the past, or like the 8th inning setup guy in the past for them, but he's not really. He's been good. He's been good, serviceable this year. But Mason Miller's really like that overpowering, like flame ball throwing. He throws like 103. It's crazy. So I think the Yankees could use him. Obviously, other teams that need the Phillies also need pitching help, especially in the bullpen. They just got rid of, well, as I said, Seranthony Dominguez, and then what's his name? Jose Alvarado is their closer right now, but he's not. I've seen Phillies fans aren't really like convinced by his ability to close out games consistently. So I think Miller could go to one of those two teams. I I think I would not be surprised if they kept him. I would, and I wouldn't be surprised if they kept him because it's the A's, but he's also not coming to the end of his deal. But if they were to trade him, I think either the Yankees or the Phillies could come in and take him. And then another guy from the Marlins that I think could get traded is Jazz Chisholm. I think he's coming up on the end of his deal pretty soon. He's not having the greatest of seasons this year. He only has like a 7-something OPS. His power numbers aren't really there. He's struggling. He's been on like a down. It's been a down season for him, but he still brings a lot, like his athleticism, his speed on the bases, and we've seen him produce in the past. And it's the Marlins, and they're not competing this year or anytime soon, which is why they're one of the teams that are obviously going to be sellers in the National League, even though the National League wildcard race is so close. So I think one of the teams that could come take Jazz is the Dodgers, as much as I hate to say it, because their outfield is horrible. They have, besides Teoscar, but in
He's
left
horrible.
and in right and center field, they've been switching between Jason Hayward, Andy Pajes, and James
They're
Outman.
so bad.
Jason Hayward. Damn it! I sold it. I was gonna say slander won't be tolerated, but I couldn't even say it right.
Dude, he sucks.
And they
hit.
were rumored to be one of the teams that was going to try to get Randy Rosarena, but obviously he got traded last night to the Mariners. So I think Jazz is kind of like that, or he could be the next guy up for them. He could come in and take over center field, get James Outman and Andy Pajes out of there because they're not really that good. Another team, I don't want to be boring, but the Yankees could also use outfield help and left field mostly because it's been Giancarlo Stanton, but he's always hurt.
Is Verdugo hurt?
Verdugo.
He's not really that great. I don't know if it'd be that much of an upgrade from him, from Verdugo.
They
but,
said he
like,
won't fit the
it's a
style of
change.
play.
Yeah, he's
too
a
swaggy.
flair, like really.
He doesn't
his
match the Aaron Judge culture.
But they
He'd
said
fit-
that about Juan Soto and
He'd fit the Senegal Padre
Yeah.
culture nicely. But
Oh no, he definitely would.
yeah. But I think if one team were to get him, it'd be the Dodgers because obviously their outfield is not that great. But I think that if it's either the Dodgers or the Yankees, as much as I hate to say it. So yeah, those are my two.
Yeah, that wraps up everybody's two players that we most like.
Also, Garrett Crochet and Luis Robert are not going to the Dodgers.
Oh, you don't think so?
I hope they don't.
I think Robert could.
And Terry
but-
School was not getting traded.
Yeah.
Because it's the Tigers are like they're doing pretty solid right now, right?
I mean,
Or
they're
like
not
They're
gonna
better
class, but they're not.
for Tiger standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, because it's been. I remember let me go look.
I can see
Tigers.
Luis Robert
Uh,
being traded to the Dodgers.
It's,
but I don't
well,
think
they're only
Crochet.
2 games under. It's because they're in the AL. They're in the AL.
Yeah.
So two games under 500 would put you in the fucking competition.
Yeah.
Bro, it's bad. Yeah, but I feel like God damn it, Nationals. But it is what it is. But yeah, so that's all of our takes on who we think who has the highest probability to get traded, and where to. Thank y'all for tuning in to this week's episode of Sports Rewind. I'm Jay Gardner
Trey Harrison.
with,
Isaiah.
Jake.
and we'll see y'all next time. This nigga class.